It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Oh, f***ing toes, bro.
Imagine I miss all over the headlight. If I miss, could you Photoshop it all into the funnel?
Nope.
Navi gets it for free and charges the customers $500 a bottle. Oh shit, that's not on, is it?
Always been a visionary. But the way I'm blacking out, I think it's getting scary.
We'll be making some power soon.
We are back for another Macked vlog. We are out here at B2R. We've had our little rest for a couple of weeks coming from America, and the boys have gotten the car and the engine is here. We said last time in the last vlog that we were gonna rip out the old platform that was in it and put in our own platform that was B2R max spec with our own valve train and cam setup. So Bullet sent us the engine and we've gotten it here, and then Herman's decided to come do a quick pit stop just before he leaves for PRI. It's about 2 weeks before Christmas, and he's managed to pull one of these off the machine, which is a new updated version of the PRP 4-wheel drive Sump that we had on there previously, but this is a better universal version that Herman will run you through. But this is where it's at, and this is what we're all about, that when we work together collaboratively with people, things get done, and they get done not only in a timely manner, but we're always looking to reinvent the wheel. So Herman's pulled through again at a busy schedule, moving and being over there, busting ass with us and changing engines and everything else in between. So thank you very much for this, Herman. And Ben and the boys at B2R have been working tirelessly to get the engine ready and the car turned around to have it ready for Summernats, because we're going to go to Summernats, have a few pulls on the dyno, and have some fun there and do some bit of cruising. Yeah, so I'll hand it over to Herman and Ben, and they can go through the specs of it. But thank you, boys. I really appreciate this.
Good, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
So you guys have still got a bit of work to do to get it all back in the car.
Yeah.
Anything else changing apart from the engine platform? All of this stuff should be pretty well straight swap.
For now, it's mainly the engine. You know, there's been a few talks about, you know, electronics and stuff that we might add on in the future. We got a few little tricks up our sleeve, but for now we're just going to get the engine up and running and try to get a bit more power out of it, obviously, because the chase never stops.
Every time I see the car, sorry to steal your limelight, I want you to talk about it. The panels keep going from white to black.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
They're colour shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that new Vanta black.
Weight reduction, that's all it is.
It's getting some nice carbon panels on it. Yeah. You know, Morad wants to go fast in the car, and that's what we're trying to help him achieve.
Just to let everyone know as well that, you know, Ben and the boys said, listen, we really want to drag race this car.
Yeah.
We want to try and run some numbers in it, you know, so we said,
yes! Yes!
So we're going to throw on a couple of extra little bits and pieces and gadgets that we think might help or might not, and see how that goes and go have some fun.
Only one way to find
with
out.
a manual and a sequential, but you know, this thing looks awesome. What's the big differences with this?
Well, talking about the diet the car's beat on,
yeah,
it's all power to weight ratio, so we wanted to try and pull some weight out of the Sump, because there were areas there where we could remove a whole heap of weight. Just having a look through it, I'll show you all of the pocketing here, in these areas, and here, the whole way through. We've thinned it all out, especially around the diff, and we've managed to pull kilos out, including the flow plates and everything. So it was a complete redesign. We also wanted to give it a sump plug, so you can wash stuff out or have a better look when you pull the pump off. It helps.
A lot nicer for maintenance as well, servicing, you know, getting all the oil out, because when you service a dry sump, you're pulling lines off and filters off and oil cooler lines and feed lines, and you know, it gets messy. So having a way to drain the sump easily as well without having to pull the pump off is nice. And the fact that even if you want to pull the pump off for whatever reason, it's 4 bolts, you're cheering either way.
Absolutely, makes a big difference. So other than that, we've now made it fit the RBX. Before there was a bit of modification that needed to happen, and the boys were spacing them off. So now there's just 2 main stud bolts that need a little trim, but everything else fits. The pan fits completely the whole way around with the rear main oil carrier to the RBX. So it's got a 2J different sort of main cap. So all of that fits now. The clearances in the diff have been modified and they should take an OEM shim. We have put some different holes in the diff hat with oil level bung, and we've also put a 1/8 MPT sensor adapter thread in there so you can monitor more for circuit race, but this is a universal sump, so we wanted it to fit everyone's application. Now, especially with this sump, we are just about to run our new oil pump, which is the same 5-stage system that we've had before, but before we push them out into the market, we've got quite a lot ready to go. We wanted the okay with, you know, the B2R guys, and heaven forbid something goes wrong, it's only a Murad sort of Mack engine, which he's got plenty of, and I'm sure he won't make us pay for, so we'll see how we go with that.
Well, look, even even the first version that went on RHM, you know, like that car went to America, we didn't even go off with him, we had too much on. No mechanics, no, you know, crew, no spare parts, and you know, it done what it done. It's the fastest GDR now, I think, in America.
Yep.
R32, 34 platform, and that just goes to show that had the PRP sump on it, PRP covers. Oil pressure on these integrated sumps is probably one of the best I've seen out of all the dry sump kits.
Yeah.
You know, they hold the pressure from cold to hot. You don't get a massive swing where they're cold and they over pressurize and try to blow filters off and like that. And when they're warm, man, they're just as good. So. Yeah, they're really great, so keen to see how the new pump goes.
Well, all the fast cars have got our gear, whether it's two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive car. I mean, we're always developing the platform as much as we can, and we're sure that that new pump is mint. But obviously, we want to test it on something that's got 2,000 horsepower, just to give everyone the, you know, the real-world experience. Yeah. Because there's only enough dyno testing that we can do with it, pushing, you know, generally cold fluid through it for hours on end. We need to see how it deals with harmonics and vibrations. It'll be fine. Either way, it's all warranted, just like everything else from PRP, but we want to get one out and be 100% sure before we send them to all corners of the world, and there's always orders backing up. So other than that, we're going to probably let you guys get this engine in, and let's get it ready for Summernats.
100%, man. So hopefully,
time to torch test it.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun at Summernats, and you'll be back by then, and hopefully we can. I think that's gonna be like our unwind moment.
Ron, why did you say that? Why?
Garth, if I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain?
Count my fucking chickens before they hatch, and hopefully it's gonna be fun. And you know, the GDR scene is blowing up, the RB scene's blowing up everywhere, and I think everyone wants a piece of a GDR, and now the RB. So it's exciting times, and with parts like this constantly getting, you know, developed and re-engineered and redone, and constantly, you know, raising the bar, then that's just going to keep helping the platform get to where it needs to. So thank you to people like you. You can go and get the cheaper imitations, but they ain't PRP. So just always remember, RB the fucking world and PRP the fucking world.
Yeah, guys, so as you can see here, we've got a one-of-one.
No, bro, that's all you, coach.
Here. Get that out of the way here, also. Get what?
Get Macked or get smacked.
Get Macked or get smacked. Alright.
Here we go, we got Macked R34 GDR. New engine, couple of changes to the cylinder head. He's got his new cams that he's just designed and made with Kelford, I believe. Almost finished putting it back together. This whole week, we spent a whole week on it. Engines together, the head's on, inlet, turbo side, all back together how it was before. We've put a PRP fillet sump with the new PRP oil pump. So far, so good. Everything's looking pretty good. It's looking promising. Now we're about to throw it on the dyno in the next maybe 30 minutes and start running it up and see what it does. It does have a Cali's engine now. It's a 3.4 with the ultra crank. So yeah, we have got a fair few of these driving around. They're making around 2,000 plus horsepower, depending on the turbo size we use.
How do you feel it's going to go on the dyno with this heat?
With this heat? It'll still make the power. We will be all right. It'll still make the power. Obviously, the heat doesn't help. How hot is it? Yeah. Oh shit, today it's like 40. I think I've got a little snap-on thing. It's showing 34 maybe in here, but outside it's about 40 plus, to be honest. You can't even see it outside. Start getting burnt, but yeah, so it is very hot today. Probably not a good day to be tuning, but I don't think we have a choice really, because we're racing tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow afternoon's going to be around 35, 40 degrees as well, I believe. So we've got no choice. Just put on the dyno, see where it ends up, and go race it tomorrow. Make sure everything's good, everything works, and yeah, we'll see where we end up with.
Hey guys, so we've just got Macked on the dyno now, waiting for Morad to make his way down, get into some high horsepower pulls. While we wait for him, I just thought, you know, we'll go through the fuel map, get the light load done since we did change the engine size from a 3.2 to a 3.4. We changed the strain gauge and a few other little bits and pieces, so want to make sure we got this strain gauge calibrated correctly and shifting nice, getting the fuel map where we need to get it, going over the ignition map and getting it ready to do pulls by the time he gets here. So fingers crossed all goes smooth, we don't have any issues, we'll be making some power soon. Only a little bit warm. Fucking water in there. The water oil.
Why are you draining it?
That's just running oil. So we're gonna drain that now. Once I've got it hot, done a bit of light load, got the fuel to pull all the bullshit out of the engine, whatever little dirt and contamination is in there from assembly. And then now we're gonna put the good race oil. Yeah, I think that's about the overflow.
Yeah, good one, man.
See, bro.
You fucking scumbag. Good one, man.
Shake my hand.
No.
Shake my hand, bro.
Hey, that's something to take to the camera?
Yeah. Before you go, Momo, you got
I love work. I love my beautiful boss, this guy here, Navi Klima. Definitely gives me lunch breaks, definitely brings me waters to drink. He's amazing. He's sensational. What a boss.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words. You can have an early mark today.
Oh, thanks, man.
4:50. You finish in 10 minutes.
Imagine I miss all over the headlight.
We're out of it anyway.
If I like miss, could you Photoshop it all into the funnel?
Nope.
Fuck. Look at that, mate. Laminar flow. If you know, you know.
Actually, is that recording sound too?
Yep.
Do you want to tell them that what we're doing, Manny?
Yeah.
Draining the running oil?
Stealing oil. No, I already told him what we're doing.
On camera?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to hear my voice, I can tell him again.
Sure.
Why not?
So what are we doing, Ben?
So we just drained the running oil, getting rid of the startup oil and any contaminants it might have. Plus it is pretty thin just to get through all the crevices of the engine and get it all lubed up. And now we've got the thick boys. That's what we use in all our engines. Mainly, yeah, Penrite Racing.
What?
2060. Because Navi gets it for free and charges the customers $500 a bottle.
I wish I got it for
Oh
free.
shit, that's not on, is it? we're back. It's the 23rd of December. We did have Macked on the dyno a few days ago. Unfortunately, when we started doing a bit of light load, we seen that there was an oil leak coming from the rear main. So we pulled the box out. Momo's got it back in, got a new seal in, new carrier to mitigate that leak, and we should have it on the dyno shortly, and hopefully she's making some good numbers. So we'll see how we go. So while we wait for the rear main seal to go in on Macked, I'm just reassembling Navi's Lambo. We did just get the box built to handle 2000 horsepower because there's a little naughty devil sitting on his shoulder telling him to do a few things. So once we move into the new shop, we're most likely going to be pulling the engine out to build it and turning the power up. So that should be fun also. The current setup on it, it's got twin Turbo Smart 6466s, Turbo Smart blow-off valves, fuel regs, the works. It's got our own custom intercoolers that we made, all custom titanium fab, and yeah, it's pretty basic setup really. Pushing out just under 1300 horsepower, and it's a blast to drive. So yeah, it's a cool car.
Gearbox is back in, everything's all hooked back up, shafts, lines, everything. All we have left to do is bleed the clutch, hook up cooler clamps, service, and back on the dyno she goes.
Tom reckons I can't get you to like a Hurricane.
It's just not an RV.
Can I get an amen?
It's not a RV. There's nothing saying we can't put one in.
Sure.
That's it, bro. I was saying the same thing before you rocked up, he already has it on camera.
Yeah, there you go, see? He knows the guy. But yeah, look, are these full drive?
Yeah.
They're sick. Ashraf had one, a grey one, man. It was
Yeah.
the Performante one as well that he had.
Yeah, it is a perfect.
The green one, oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
It was actually insane driving it, but
You gotta jump in this thing, but this thing's got baby turbos on it, and it still feels NA. Imagine having like 1300 horsepower, you've got it at 4 grand. Like breathe on the throttle and the cunt's gone.
No lag, nothing.
And it fries these.
Really?
Like it bakes the 345s. Look at the tires. Look how it's wrinkled them up.
fuck.
I think this one will change your mind.
Just gonna build another one, bet ya.
We're building one at the new shop. We got that red R8 we're doing, and Umair's R8. He's kind of keen.
Who?
You know Umair, try me, the GDR we built for him a while ago.
No. What do you reckon, bro? I feel like the R8 is like a better platform.
Look, it's definitely cheaper and nicer to get with.
That's what I meant. Like, you're not forking out big bucks.
The Lambo's a Lambo.
Yeah. This is also very true.
Look, Nav did say, he goes, if we build one to like go fast in them and compete, he goes, you're not going to spend 700 grand on a perf and then go put another 200, 300, 400 in it.
100%.
So he was thinking of buying an R8 just to do that. But this at like 1300 horsepower is the best thing on the world.
What's this, just turbos? That's it? That's all it's done to it?
Well, now we just built the box, so the box is good for 2000. And in the new shop, we might pull the engine out and build it. But as of right now, it's just fuel system, Motex, the Turbo Smart turbos, and just like bolt-ons. Upgraded shafts and titanium
the
bolts, shit like
interchillers?
that. Yeah, we've done our own ones.
Oh, did you?
That's right. Have you seen the fabric on this, Warren?
No. I've only seen this thing at Roll Racing, but I've never actually seen
Have a look at the weld. I promise you've never seen welding like this.
Who did it? Oh shit, that's nice, man. Hey, do you rate them funk covers?
Yeah.
They're good?
Yeah.
Who done the fat one?
So Hypertune, but they got Anthony to do it. Okay. You know Anthony? No. He does all their water to airs and stuff as well.
So he's got nice welds.
Yeah. They're the chillers. We got them custom made.
Hey, the B2R go, man.
Well,
B2R just built GDRs. Stop waiting. That's nice. It's gotta go pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's gotta sound like an RB for me to like it. But
wash up off.
yeah, horses for courses, I guess. Fire it up, Benny.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, that wasn't my smartest moment.
You know what the funny thing is that I have it on camera. Look at that. Wait, ready? Can you see that, Tom? Well, let's see your face for a second, hold on. Oh shit, that was pretty cool.
I'll put the coolers up before I take it up.
Oh wow. What do the temps get to this on this?
Like cruising, about 10 to 16.
Yeah.
And racing gets like 30, 35.
The suit and tie fancy boy stuff's over.
Yeah.
Now onto the real toys. The real power. Did you end up doing a run-up with the other coils?
I did. I stopped at 1598.
And you saw a difference or not?
I haven't run these yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be fun.
Because I chucked these on, but that's when the boys noticed the leak. Because as I was swapping everything over, and I had to repin them to suit your harness, and the boys were like, there's oil under the car. So that's when we stopped, because I wanted a proper back-to-back, and I didn't want to...
All right, so let's give an update. The engine got assembled, obviously, and put back in the car. A few different things have been changed on this setup compared to the old one. Well, the old one wasn't a B2R engine. We've now gone with their platform, which is the 3.4 litre billet bottom end. And we've done some modifications to the head. We've created a custom cam through Kelford that is sort of meant to be something that would work really well with roll racing type vehicles. And it's moving the power band around to certain areas to sort of make a car a bit more responsive. And I think in a short period of time that the car's been on the dyno the other day, that we've seen that has sort of made a difference. It's made the turbo come on a bit better, and Ben will run you guys through it. So a bit of a custom valve train job on this, 3.4 bottom end. Other than that, obviously that turbo was changed previously here at B2R when we first came over here, and everything else is nearly the same. Fuel setup wise and everything else. A few more PRP goodies on there.
You got that sump on there now?
We got the new
sump.
PRP integrated sump that was updated from the last version, which was on there. This sump is a bit lighter. I think it's a few kilos lighter.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit better overall. And as PRP does, they're constantly innovating and renovating and making things better from what they were. So from here on in, what happened? Ben got the car on the dyno the other day. I wasn't here. And he ran it up to about 1500 horsepower, and I think it pushed the remain.
Yeah, so we got to 1598 because I kind of wanted a baseline before we start dialing in cams, and obviously I wanted to try these new coils I spoke to you about as well.
Yep.
So I'm like, that's kind of where I'm happy. Let's chuck these coils in and see what we pick up. As I got out and started hooking the coil kit up, the boys told me there's a bit of oil on the floor, so we had a look. It looks like the remain had a leak, and we're like, no point pushing through it. Let's get it off. Let's get it done properly and get it back on. So that's where we are now.
Okay, so obviously that's been 2-3 days since, and you guys are in the middle of moving shops, and it's only a couple of days before Christmas. So just the fact that we're here is a awesome testament to B2R and what they're about, and how much they're willing to work to get things ready for special events or for whenever a customer needs it. You don't usually get this kind of service in many places, so that's pretty cool, and I really, I appreciate it too. Thank you. But yeah, so Ben's gone and put the coils that we had on there previously, which were just the R35 coils. And he's tried these new Bowden ones that he said that he's always wanted to give a crack, that he's tried on a previous setup. That previous engine picked up about...
That was a pretty small setup compared to this.
Yep.
It was a flex fuel setup as well. So on ethanol, which is what matters, the car was kind of tapped at 570 kilowatt on the boost we wanted to run. And I chucked a set of Bowdens in it to try them out, because we always like trying new things. Ran it up on the dyno, and it made 630 kilowatt. And I go, nah, something's changed, something's not right. I actually ended up putting a timing light back on it and confirming timing, because I'm like, something's not right. This thing must be sparking earlier to give me more power. Timing was bang on, everything was bang on. I done another run, made 630, done another run, made 630. I go, something's changed. I'm gonna put the 35 coils back in, I'm gonna make 630. I chucked the 35 coils back in, went straight back to 570. So these coils definitely made a big difference on that setup.
Yep.
I'm definitely keen to see what they can do on a bigger setup. Yeah.
That's huge. So we've ran them up with we've ran it to 1500 with the 35 coils.
1598 we made with the 35 coils.
So now we've gone and put these in, and we're going to see the difference and do a comparison. We'll let you know what that looks like. I don't know if you got any data on that previous run.
We've got everything saved on the dyno, but we obviously haven't done anything with this yet.
Yep, that's right.
One thing I will probably do with these new coils is I'll run it back on gate pressure again and just make sure the AFRs are where we want.
Yep.
Just in case for whatever reason the fuel ratio changes with these, which it shouldn't.
Yep.
But just in case, I'd rather work my way back up to that boost level where we were at.
Yep.
Even then, that 1598 was a massive increase from what you needed before to make it. I think we were 4 or 5 pounds less boost
Yeah.
and like 30, 40 horsepower more.
And
Yeah.
I think if you look at the difference in temperature between when we made 2000 horsepower originally to now,
it's very hot.
Yeah, it was like
Very
winter, cold.
Yeah.
And now it's middle of summer and it's about 35. It's probably about 38 degrees in here right now.
The cams are honestly making a big difference, and that's the biggest thing I can say in terms of response and power. The cams are doing what they should. So
yeah,
massive shout out to Josh and Kelford.
100%, man. Look, I'm not surprised. You know, we see this stuff all the time with Kelford and Josh. You know, the development and you know what they're willing to go to make improvements and to continuously make things better. But you also need people like B2R to be willing to try new things and to test it. And then you need people like me that are also willing to take the risk.
It's a team effort.
100%.
You know, you need the drivers, you need the owners, you need the mechanics, you need the guys that make the parts, and they're the ones no one remembers, is the mechanics and the guys that make the parts.
Most definitely.
Everyone sees the end result, and you know,
100%.
someone stands out and says number one, but they don't see the hours and hours that go into getting a car to this level.
So much.
And on your end too, like, you know, there's stuff that I'll be like, hey Mac, this is what we need. He'll be like, don't worry about it. I'm organizing it. You keep working on the car. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate that.
To be able to do it from, you know, every angle, even Noah.
It's a collaboration man, between everyone, us,
100%,
PRP, everyone involved to get it done, and to just be able to have access to, you know, people that are willing to make something different, create something that we need 100%. In a short period of time. This is how change happens and happens 100%. Fast. Again, look, this might make power, but it might not work on the track. We don't know, but hey, we're willing to give it a try.
Make less power and work at the track.
100%. 100%.
You know,
so we're going to run this up on the dyno now, see the differences between that range, see if these have made a difference, and then also push the car and see what kind of power we can make. Like I said earlier, the weather's not the greatest, but it is what it is. We're just going to, you know, get some good tune-ups in it. This car's going to Summernats, and it's going to possibly go on the dyno to try and make some power. Convince Benny to come along. And then we're going to have some fun with it at night and maybe go some street driving and you know, do the Summernats thing, because there is no better place to enjoy yourself than in Australia than at Summernats. So we'll see what it makes. Just in terms of a few changes that we've made since the last time till now, we've put carbon doors, we've put perspex windows in the carbon doors. We've done the rear seat delete. We've removed all the heater boxes. In total, I think we're probably, you could say safely close to 100 kilos plus of weight that's been removed.
Yeah, probably a little bit less, maybe around 80, but you're up there.
Yeah, and that's going to make a huge difference. You could tell that the car was a bit heavy before, and you could see it sort of losing that kilometer per hour up top, where it was actually really fast to begin with. So we'll see what difference the weight makes and go from there.
As long as these tyres can grip it, mate, she'll be moving.
Well, you can't get bigger than that, so they're going to have to.
She'll be moving.
All right, so let's go. You ready?
Easy.
Cool.
Let's go. And this is the first run, that's why it's a bit lazier. But look at the Bowden's top end. Red. The coils, that's gate pressure. Huh? That's your lowest boost setting compared to before. Look at that. Look at that. And it's rich as well, so once I fix it up, it's going to make even more.
What'd you get it to?
Huh? What is it?
What'd you get it to?
1630 on 43 pounds. This thing's just shitting out power.
43 pounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
To give you an idea, last time it made 1620 at 50 pounds, but boost was tapering off. So it peaked at 50 and then it dropped to like 44 and it made 1620. That made 1630 at 43 holding flat. So I was just trying to fix up that boost control curve.
It's going well. So now you've got a good comparison of the coils at least.
Yeah, it's going well. I definitely think the coils are helping. I don't think they make as much of a difference on a bigger car as they did on that smaller car because you're already making so much power. But in terms of where they fall over, this holds the power flat, whereas all the other power curves would get to like, you know, say 8, 9 and they'd be dying in the ass. Like I thought it was the cams couldn't flow more, but now looking at the coils and what they've done, I think it's you don't have enough spark up there because where they're falling over, these things just hold flat.
There you go.
So yeah, I definitely think these.
It's still going to tell way more of a story as you keep going. So
100%.
Still way early.
We're kind of at the point where there's no point in me getting to 2000 plus and trying to dial in cams. So it's either we do them now or we keep running and see where we get to. But because it's holding flat, I don't want to make it lazier by like giving it more cam because it's going to make it less responsive. But you know it'll keep climbing. But we don't have the problem of falling over now. I kind of feel like. Especially because we already done what you said with Josh and Kelford, it's already kind of where it needs to be, going off the chart. So,
I reckon. What do you want to do? You want to leave it as it is and push it a bit more?
I think
spray
so.
it?
Yeah, because it's not falling. I don't even think we're going to spray this thing. And we're
if it's not nose diving over, then there's no point.
Yeah,
we're not like we don't need to chase the power. So.
It might get there. We might get to 60 pounds, and it might fucking start dying in the ass. Cool. And then maybe we'll be like, look, we do need to.
By then, we're probably going to run out of turbo anyway.
Exactly. I think this thing's going very well for what it's doing. I reckon just keep putting boost in it and see where it gets to.
I agree.
Yeah, done deal.
Sweet.
Let's do that. So this is that last dyno run on 43 pounds. Yeah, as you can see, it made 1620 horsepower. The torque isn't falling off crazy up top, which is usually what we run into. You can see we're revving the engine to just 9.7. Usually by then you're out of turbo. You know, you think you're out of cam, you're out of spark, you're out of everything, but this one's holding fairly-ish flat, which is surprising because it doesn't really have that much boost to make up for it. But yeah, I think we're on a right track with this thing, and I think we're going to end up somewhere cool. So we'll just have to play the game of trying to have as much response as possible without, you know, going backwards. It's a balancing act at this point. You either chase power or you chase response, but you can't have both. So we're kind of trying to hold the middle ground. Yeah, 1891 on 52 pounds is where we're at.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that's serious.
Yeah.
We were making like 2,000 on...
Well, the most it made was 2,067, I think it was.
With nitrous.
Was 68 pounds with 100 shot on top.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you're going to get to 2,000 by 60, the way this is going.
Hey, what can we say? That's what we do, you know what I mean?
I think it's the rocker covers.
So it's a mixture of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kelford Cams, B2R,
Everything's working together,
Yeah,
so that's good.
That's what happens when you constantly develop. Development is key.
That was an early back off too. It was still climbing.
Wow, out, man.
1891, 52 pounds.
Shit. So, that's pretty impressive. Like, that's pretty impressive. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I have not. Normally when we've got them at 1800 plus, we're like maybe high 50s, low 60s. 2000s, you're in the 60s. No doubt about it. 60, 65, 68. Yeah, that's definitely impressive. Very impressive. And that wasn't even a full run, so that would have made over 1900. If you look at the way the shape is going, that's still climbing. Yeah.
That's insane.
Let's pull them off, Chris. I want to
Let's see
quickly check it.
how far we can get. And don't forget the temperature. Let's show the temperature actually.
Yeah.
I wanna.
I've probably done, what, 10 runs in the last 15 minutes?
Yeah, and it's 3:20 in the afternoon, and it's currently
I'm cooking
in Ingleburn, 29 degrees. That's outside, right? We're in this factory where it's gotta be at least, well, 5. How much is it usually warmer in here? 5 degrees.
Minimum.
It's got to be in the 30s, right?
Look, in the dyno room, one of the problems we have, which we're going to address at the new shop as well, is we can't get rid of the exhaust fumes quick enough.
Yeah.
So you pretty much end up recycling the shit fumes that came out of the engine back into the intake. We can't get enough fresh air in fast enough. So.
Humidity is at 51% at the moment. So it's just giving you a rough idea of the conditions. So whatever power we made 6 months ago, it's about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Was
definitely colder.
Optimal temperature. It was way more optimal.
And I think I'd done it early in the morning. I remember I came in at like 5, 6 a.m. It was fucking nice and cold.
And temperature makes a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
I've first-hand seen it. You know,
you can feel it.
You know,
go drive a 200 kilowatt S15 in the fucking cold, you'll bake third gear. Drive it in the hot, you won't even
man.
chirp first.
Overseas, if you look at from when we went to Florida to Maryland, you could see the difference in air temperature and what that does in terms of horsepower. So pretty impressive stuff, and we'll see where we go. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, so Murad was just asking me, like, you know, do you want to let the engine cool down more between runs? Because I am doing runs back to back and it does make a shit ton of power. But I was just telling him, like, the temps are good, so there's no need to. As long as you're making your tuning changes, you can. And I just wanted to show him the temp. So during a run with 52 pounds of boost, you can see there, we're sitting at 76 degrees coolant temp. So
crazy.
Yeah. No,
crazy.
She's loving it.
Did it look like it was starting to vibe over now?
Like, not what I would expect. But fuck all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad. Just shy of 2100 horsepower at 59 pounds of boost in this temperature without nitrous. So that's really, really positive to see, because if you take in weather conditions and everything else in between, that means, you know, we're probably losing close to another 100 horsepower just based on weather conditions. So that's pretty strong. What do you reckon, Benny?
It's pretty impressive. It's definitely impressive. This is what we made with 100 shot of nitrous and an extra 7 pounds of boost last time. We're 2 horsepower off. I think you made 2067. We just made 2065 on 59 pounds. You're on 67 with 100 shot.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's no bullshit. It's the same dyno, same. Everything's the same. You can't go either way.
Just goes to show a few little tweaks can make a big difference.
It's got a nice power curve too.
Yeah. It's holding. It's sort of, and then holding flat. That's pretty cool, man. There you go.
So we just made 2065 horsepower at pretty much 59 PSI. Unfortunately, the rear main seal is leaking again. I think it's kind of forcing the seals to go out of shape. We'll probably have to have a look into the breathing setup. Maybe the catch can's not big enough. Maybe we need to pull some baffles out and let it breathe a bit more. Or it could be the plate itself not machined right. So I think that's going to be the end of our day today. And we're still finishing on a high note, even though we got a leak and we got to fix it, because making that kind of power at that boost with that size turbo it's kind of freaking me out a little. But yeah, the engine done good, cams definitely work. All the changes we've made have been upgrades. The new dry sump, killer. Yeah, everything seems like it's been improved, and that's all you can ask for when you're, you know, chasing power. That's all you're gonna get. RB the world, Kelford the world, Macked the world.
We have an issue. This is the shittiest part about owning a dyno.
When all fails, turn to the lube.
Yeah, I asked someone here for a 10mm spanner. They'll say they built the whole car for us. Brother, if it wasn't for me.